the Creators Lounge.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Megan Zimmer. We're still hanging out with Vivek here in the Creators Lounge. So Vivek, FactoryTwin is not an ERP system, correct?
That is correct.
But it can work with ERP systems.
So FactoryTwin can work with any ERP system. In fact, we have had customers that have no ERP system. Because remember, we are targeting small and medium-sized companies. So oftentimes you work with companies that have Excel sheets run factories. So we can work with any data streams you have. The other thing to remember is that in addition to data you may have in your structured systems like ERP or MES or QMS or PLM, you also have a lot of data which is tribal knowledge in people's heads.
Right.
And so how do we capture that? So what we have done, which is very unique, is that we have boiled down the entire factory, any generic factory, to 470 variables. Some of them are in ERP, some of them are in MES, some of them are in Excel sheets, and some of them are in people's heads. So we have developed templates to capture all that data so you can make more accurate predictions about what the factory can do and how you can improve your factory.
Which is really beneficial because a lot of that tribal knowledge is going to walk out the door if we don't have a process to document it. So you're really helping with that challenge right there. What are some of the other challenges that you're seeing and hearing from small to medium-sized factories that FactoryTwin is really going to help them resolve?
So if you think about, if you are a small and medium-sized company, you are constantly under pressure to cut cost. You're constantly under pressure to win business, which is profitable, and you're constantly under pressure to continue to improve. And as you start looking at all these things, these are not siloed problems. These are not about just inventory management. It's not a problem about just visualization of the factory or connecting your assets. It's about having knowledge about your factory through FactoryTwin that learns from the past and present and predicts the future. So it's the entirety of all functions that allow you to do that. So in our case, we'll have, let's say once you implement the FactoryTwin, not just the buyer knowing what they need to do to minimize inventory or optimize inventory and make sure parts are available to people on the shop floor, we also have exactly what sales need to do, exactly what production planners need to do, exactly what materials managers need to do. It's a complete integrated solution.
Do you have any specific use cases that you can share with us now that you've been working on?
Absolutely. So we have had customers that have shown significant improvement in the metrics they care for. See, at the end of the day, no matter what factory you're in, you're driven by 3 KPIs. The 3 business KPIs are you want to maximize revenue, maximize profitability, and maximize cash flow. Okay? And that includes, obviously, on-time delivery to the customer. And to address all those things, when you implement FactoryTwin, an example would be a factory in Michigan with 2 sites that we implemented about a year and a half ago, and they have shown 16% improvement in throughput with the same resources after using the tool over 12 months plus. So it does take time to start showing results, but most of the break-even points or the ROI you start generating is within a year.
Okay, that's fantastic. So, you know, how are you really helping companies grow more? Like, what are some of the things that, you know, they've changed what they were doing or they added something to their processes? How has FactoryTwin been involved in all that?
So let me give you another example. We worked with a factory in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it was recently there was an ownership change, and the focus was more on numbers now. Focus was more on profitability and cash flow.
Okay.
When they started using our model and started using our tool, and we simulated the entire factory, showed them what they needed to do in terms of different lot sizes, what they needed to outsource, what they needed to bring in-house, how they needed to run the factory in terms of shift structures. All those decisions could be made. And then you won't believe in 6 months. So 3 months we did to implement, and in 6 months they started to see an inflection point in their cash flow. And now they could use that cash to invest in the workforce. They could use that cash to buy new equipment.
That's
and this
awesome.
inflection took place, and the inventory turns, which is a measure of cash flow, went from 2.5 to 3.75, which in aerospace is very competitive. So 50% improvement in cash flow.
That's amazing.
In 6 months.
That's amazing. And with all of the advances in technologies, investing in the technology that's going to continue to help you grow is very important for companies.
To learn more about FactoryTwin, request a demo on our website.